I wrote the song a few months ago, and for the sole purpose of trying to capture what God was speaking to me through a series that we were doing at church, which the series, funnily enough, was called I Have Decided. So I pretty much ripped it off Glenn and Soph. For me, our church, it makes perfect sense for the songwriting and the sound to go right in step with the preaching of the word. And you know, there's something powerful about when we're singing the very same thing that we're speaking about. So for me, I take a message home and I've got to do something with that. Otherwise, you know, it's had no real impact on me. So one day you might spend it just thinking about what that message meant for you, but for this particular one, it came out and I decided to sit down with the piano and try and write a song. A lot of our worship can feel like it's about showmanship or it's about, you know, performance, but there's something almost feels counter to that, which is if you sing a song about actually deciding, it feels a bit more, less about the moment and more about a moment that took place before Sunday when you chose to be here at church. And that's, I think, what really captured my imagination about I Have Decided was actually, you know, I'm not here by accident, and my choices in life aren't coincidences. They're actually things that I've purposed in my heart that I don't just stumble across, I actually choose these things. It was all new in the way for me. I didn't have a song that I was like, oh, let's polish this old song and dust it off and try and get it working. But none of it was new in the sense of I was not inventing anything. I was reimagining and making real what David wrote for him. I was just reliving that for myself. And then I was just taking what Glenn and Soph and Stu and Foz and the guys were preaching, and I was just bringing that back to me. So I wouldn't say I created it, but equally I didn't just pull it off a shelf from song ideas that I had. It was a mix between all those factors for me. thing I would say is when even if you don't feel him, if you choose him, that's still an amazing moment you've had with God.